It's lower, the thing. Okay, right. Okay, we see we are live now, and that's all right. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope all is well and stay safe during this season. We will start
Yeah.
this session with my guest in a few minutes' time. Meanwhile, just do bear with us. If you have just joined us, do like, tag, and share your life with all your friends out there so that many will come and enjoy this sharing session. Welcome to the
Yeah.
16th edition of my live session. My name is Xing and I will be your host for today. Before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who are watching us live right now, as well as not forgetting those who will be watching the live replay later on. For those who are watching for the first time, this live is all about us, our stories. Everyone has a unique story to tell. You may not realize it, but our story may inspire someone out there, especially during these extraordinary times. We hope that through this sharing session, everyone will be able to connect better, share, and learn from each other experiences. Do you have one? What is your story? We would like to hear from you. Do connect and reach out to me on my Facebook account. Today, I'm very thankful to have this guest with me from Melbourne, Australia. During the lockdown last year, he decided that it's time to start his own business. 8 to 10 months later, his business has been growing. So, what are his initial challenges when starting his own business? And how does he do it? Want to know more about his stories? So, ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together to welcome Mr. Anthony Huynh. Hi,
Actually,
Anthony.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for joining
Oh, no.
us
Thank you. Thanks for
today.
having me on your show.
I really appreciate you taking some time off to come and share your story with us.
Oh,
This
no. Thank you. Thanks for having me on your show. Thanks for organizing this. Really appreciate it.
can you briefly tell us about yourself, and where are you from?
Oh, okay. So yeah, my name is Anthony. I'm from Melbourne. So my family, they're Vietnamese, but I was born here. So I'm an Australian.
So you've been okay. So you've been here in Australia for most of your life,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
okay, right. So what is your? Can you share with us a little bit about your career experience and how it all started and before you decide to venture into your own business?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I graduated from Swinburne University with a Bachelor of Design in Digital Media, and I was able to find a job in what I studied for. So I'm really blessed to be able just to have a career in what I enjoyed and what I studied for. And I think yeah, so my first ever career was I was a web developer and I was also helping out with some digital support for my company. Have you heard of the company called the Entertainment Book? Like the big books of like discounts and coupons? They're pretty popular in Australia. Yeah, so I've worked with them for around 3 years, and then I moved on to becoming a marketing coordinator in Chadstone for a company called Member Benefits Australia, which almost does like the same thing as the entertainment book, but with like different like offers and all that. Member benefits. So yeah, and I just thought it was in like because I've been doing websites and stuff for like three years at my previous role, and I just thought I'm still young. I wanted to give something else a go. I wanted to try to do like marketing or something because marketing is also like a valuable skill in business, and it could take you to a lot of places. And yeah, so this was in 2020. I was 1 month in before COVID happened, and then I unfortunately lost my job due to COVID. It was a bit unfortunate because it was only 1 month. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what I was doing before I started my business in freelance web design.
So okay, so why did you actually decide to start your own business?
So with me, I think I've always had the desire to be my own man, just just to work for myself, and and I think like with me, like even though I do enjoy what I did as a career, like I think like I don't know, like I just just waking up early in the morning all the time. I think there's a difference between waking up 6 in the morning for yourself and then 6 in the morning for someone else. Then just going through like traffic and just like 9 to 5 and all that. But that's always like so just to work my own hours and just decide what I'm worth. Like that's always like a desire of mine. And I just think I didn't have that push. I didn't have that kick in the bum to finally start my own thing. And then COVID came along and like I was just like, should I find another job? What should I do? And then the funny thing is when I lost my job, I suddenly got connected with all these like entrepreneurs, like in different areas, and one of them was a life coach. Hey, if you're listening to this, there's a shout out to you. From California, I think. Yeah, California. Yeah. So she was someone that I had that went into contact with me and I had a chat with her, and she convinced me to use this time to start my own business. Like, who knows? Sometimes the universe like gives you like different messages. Like, what if that job wasn't meant to be for me? What if I was meant to be for something even more? And this is the universe just giving me that kick in the bum to finally start my own thing. And I just thought to myself, what business can I do? Like, because I'm just like, what type of business can I start? And I just thought to myself, hold on, I've actually made websites for people like when I was working 9 to 5. Like it wasn't meant to be like a profitable business. It was just like I've actually made some websites for people, like for some businesses when I was like in like the cracks of my 9 to 5, so like after work or on the weekends. And like I wasn't charging a lot of money, but I still know how to make websites. What if I did that on a more professional level? And I just thought, maybe that's it, making websites. So I decided to take that idea and just took it to the next level, made it more professional, reached out to people. And like the great thing is like through this journey, I've met so many like-minded people, whether it's just like connections or like just building my network and just like and you like I think because like I'm building websites for like entrepreneurs and small business owners, like you meet so many different people from all walks of life. And like it's crazy. And I've even connected with like people from my past again who wanted websites or even just to reestablish just to like revive our friendship, our relationship, But yeah, it's been a really great journey so far. Lots to learn. 2020 was a bit of a struggle, but just because I say it's a struggle, that doesn't mean that there weren't a lot of valuable things that I've gained and learned from this. And I feel that now in 2021, I'm starting to see results, and it's a great feeling so far. Yeah.
Wow. So the idea of you starting your own business wasn't in your mind at all before this lockdown came about. You were actually an employee working 9 to 5
Yeah.
with other people. So when
Yeah.
suddenly this thing come about, uh, you got this idea, and because of this, your journey has actually turned around, and you managed to actually get yourself connected to different type of like-minded people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, so it's really a very wonderful experience idea for
Yeah.
you.
All these connections, all these people that I've met, like if it wasn't like for like losing my job, or if I was still working 9 to 5, I wouldn't have met all these amazing people.
Yeah, exactly. What are the challenges that you faced when you first started your own business?
What are some of the challenges? I would say, I think a lot of it was mental because I was starting off, and like it's like meaning that you know how you have like that imposter syndrome, meaning that it's like, can you really like deliver on what you value and stuff, and do you know enough to provide a good service? And I think with me, I know how to make websites, yeah, and there are always things that I'll continue to learn. I can always continue to improve my experience with business and websites as I go on. So I think I need to know that I need to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, even though I might not, even though there are a lot of people out there who might have more experience than me at the moment, that doesn't, they all started somewhere, So I
Yeah,
also need to start somewhere, and I also need to build on my skills. Yeah. And like, yeah. And yeah, so I think just getting started and just getting past that imposter syndrome, you know what I mean? Because I'm not an imposter. Like, I actually know how to make websites. I know how to provide value to people. And I know, I've shown that I'm able to make websites. And I think with me, the like rejection, you know what I mean? Like, I think like rejection, like in many way shapes and form. Like, I mean, like, I think I overthink what rejection is like, and I realize that it's like a normal thing. You know what I mean? There are people that want to work with you. There are people that don't want to work with you. There are people that want to be in your life, and there are people that don't want to be in your life, and it's absolutely okay because the right people will come. I think in like, yeah, it could be like in anything in life, like the right people will come, and also like valuing what you're worth. Like, remember how I told you that I was making websites like in the cracks of my 9 to 5? So I wasn't charging a lot of money. It was literally peanuts, but it was still money. But now that I want to take this on a more professional level, I need to start charging what I'm worth. It's not about charging a lot of money, it's about charging what you're worth. And that was something that I really had to hold my ground. You know what I mean? Because I think, yeah, value what you're worth, and the right people will come. That doesn't mean that. I mean, like, and in due time, when you get more experience, you can start charging even more. And again, it's not about money; it's about like charging what you're worth, because you need to make a living, and you need to value yourself as well. So those were the first couple of things, and I think just being persistent, because there are some times where, like in business, like you're doing really well, and there are some times where like a few things could just knock you back, and you just might not feel so good, but you just got to keep going. But I think recently, at the moment, I think like, do you feel like sometimes in life that you have like, there are lessons, but like there are different moments in your life that the lessons actually really do matter to you. So I think right now at the moment for me, if you're grateful for all the positive things that happen to you, you got to be grateful for all the negative things that happen to you too. Like, I like to think that in life, when you meet a certain amount of people, whether they could bring like a positive or negative experience, or even just like experiences in general, like positive or negative, they all have something to teach you. So just because you're getting rejected, just because people might not want to work with you, just because people might not make a deposit or something, or you just might meet like someone you might not get along with, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. There is something to learn from that too. And I think I'm starting to get it now. And so yeah, those
yeah.
are probably some of the things that I've learned so far.
Wow, that's great, right? I'm sure that there are a lot of things that you have learned over the past 8 months when you first started. And of course, the most important thing is that you are able to learn, and what do you learn and from your experiences, so that you'll be able to actually plan. The next time the same thing happens to you again, right? So
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. And of course, the most important thing is also to take action, right?
Absolutely.
And yeah, you mentioned about you all the while you've been a web developer, right? It's something is be web developer something that you always dream of doing.
So when I was in high school, uh, my parents wanted me to do like, those typical Asian jobs, being like a doctor, a lawyer, accountant, like something that your parents would make, that would be proud of telling their friends about, like my son is a accountant, a doctor, or whatever. But I think I'm really glad I was able to figure this out, because back then I wasn't thinking about a business, but I was like to myself, if I'm going to be spending my 9 to 5 working for someone, I want to do what I enjoy at least. There's nothing miserable. It's going to be miserable if you don't enjoy what you're doing. You're just going to hate going to work and all of that. And I enjoyed something in the form of digital media. And then I decided websites. Like, I remember tried making a little website back at high school, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, and then I did a bit of research, and I just thought, like, websites is something that people might need as well. So yeah, and then I mean, like, my dad wasn't really keen on and happy about me choosing this path, but I'm glad he came around. And but yeah, was that the question? Sorry.
Yeah, so basically it's something about what is your passion actually. So I presume that
Yeah, yeah.
you are saying
So
that
yeah,
building website
yeah.
is your passion.
Yeah. That's one of them. So again, it was just me thinking about if I was gonna do a job and spend a lot of my time working 9 to 5, you got to do something that you enjoyed. And yeah, and I just noticed that just doing websites is something that I enjoyed when I was working 9 to 5.
Okay.
But yeah, but who knows? There could be something else out there that I could even enjoy as well, and I might not have found it yet. But I know that I think I made the right choice when I chose to go this path.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. The
Yeah,
year 2020 went down as one of the most extraordinary year, right? It's changed
yeah.
the way we do the things in what we now call the new normal. So, can you share with us what do you do during the? Of course, other than you just explained earlier on. What are the things that what are the lessons that you learned last year from the lockdown?
I think with me, having gratitude is really important. Even though I lost my job, there are many other things out there I could be grateful for. I still have a home to live in. I still got food. I still got money. Like, I still have like a warm bed. So, just like sometimes when like one bad thing happens to us, we just kind of forget that there are other great things that we should be grateful for, because even though I did lose my job, there's someone else out there that might have it worse than I do. And I think it's funny because I had a chat in the morning with a friend about this, and I think just because we were in lockdown, that doesn't mean that we should stop communicating to people. Like me, I like talking to people, and that's something that I really enjoy. And I think like like you find like a really different and interesting way of doing things, like in lockdown, because like a lot of stuff is online now. So it could be just talking to your friends over Zoom. It could just be like watching a movie with your friends online or something. And it's just it's interesting, And I think, like, seriously, like talking to a lot of people just really got me um through like 2020 and the lockdown. Not just out of boredom, but it's just that because like the people that I talk to, they're just like really uplifting, motivating, and they just really inspire you just to do amazing things.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
And also, like, I think, okay, so gyms and like jujitsu and all that stuff is something that I really enjoyed too. And unfortunately, like a lot of businesses were shut down, and that doesn't mean that you gotta stop with your health and fitness, because I feel like that's something that's important physically and mentally too. And you just got to be creative with how you do your exercise now. So I guess for a lot of us, it just shows you like what you're capable of. You know what I mean? I think we're more stronger mentally than we think we are. For a lot of us, just to go through all that.
Wow, yeah, amazing, amazing. Like your positivity, yeah.
Oh,
I
thanks.
mean, all of us have gone through the same thing, right? All of us, I'm sure that each and every one of us have gone through the same lockdown as well. It's a matter of how each one of us has actually have what you call it? How do you see each of it? How do we actually overcome each of them? So,
Yeah,
of course, I mean, how we view certain things, right? That is very important to us
yeah.
as well. So, do you think that this year would be what is your plan for this year actually in this new normal for this year? What do you intend to? I'm sure that you have a lot of things in your mind uh, in terms of the business, right? I mean, what are the things that you plan to do this year?
What are some plans I want to do this year? Well, I think, like I mentioned before, at the very start of the year, I'm starting to see results now. I'm starting to see my hard work starting to pay off, and I would like to continue to solidify my business and all that too. And of course, I want to focus on many other areas of my life too, like just like I mean, I to be honest, I haven't really thought too much into it, but like I think just mostly like, of course, there's more to life than just working on your business and all that. But that's definitely one of the things I want to solidify this year. Yeah, and I want to see where I can take it. And I'm really excited to see, because I feel that this is going to be a great year. And but yeah, and I think just improving on my health and fitness, just also just building other connections with people, because I think just over like the last few months, I realized how important it is to network with other people as well. Yeah. And yeah, I think try new things, new activities. I mean, like, of course, with COVID and like, yeah, it's a bit tough at the moment, but just try new experiences out. And yeah, I think that's the answer I can give you right now.
Amazing. You have a outlook. What did do you have always do you actually have a mentor? I mean, do you have someone that you always look up to as a mentor?
Oh, absolutely. I do. Like, having a mentor is important. So like, I like to think I have like different kinds of mentors. So for example, I've got a lot. I've like life coaches. Like, I think that's important to me, because like they help me with like aspects of my business and personal life. So so Jackie Ashley from Sydney and I Nguyen from California. If you're listening to this, that's a shout out to you. Yeah, those two have really helped me get into like those two have really helped me so much in 2020 and in 2021 right now, and beyond. Like, so like, I think with life coaching and all that, like, I like to think that, like, um like, just there's a difference between like having a chat with your family and friends, and then having a chat with someone that's qualified to help you out with your problems. Like, if you can fix your problems by just speaking to your friends and family, I don't think life coaching, like, like psychologists and all that, and and all that stuff will exist. And then there's also like mentors where like they help me in my field. So for example, last year I reconnected with someone from my past. He is like a mentor to me in websites. and we worked on some projects together. He showed me like some different ways of how I can improve my business. And I think, yeah, it's great. Like, I think it's good to have like different mentors in different aspects of your life too. Yeah.
So, in what way having a mentor has actually helped you? Maybe you can
So,
share.
yep. So again, like, I think a lot of stuff in business and personal, like, I think it's mental as well. So like life coaching and stuff has really helped me break through a lot in my mental barriers. So just such as charging what I'm worth, having thick skin, and just like just having someone that you can just be vulnerable with and just share your problems with. You know what I mean? Like, I think that like you have like your close friends and family, but that doesn't mean that you're always comfortable sharing your problems with them. And then you have like a life coach that's qualified to help you with all these problems as well. And so yeah, a lot of it's mental, and yeah, and I think with like business as well. Some of my life coaches have helped me with like with like parts of my business and how I can improve on that. Maybe it's like prospecting, talking to people, or like other general things I can do to improve my business. And then like I told you, I reconnected with someone from my past who is a freelance web developer who's got like more experience in the industry than I do. Like, just learning like the latest technologies, just more efficient ways to build your websites and more efficient ways to build not just your business, but like in my case, like freelancing, like a more better way to maximize your time and know who is a great prospect, who is a great client, and who's not, and what can I do to like be more efficient with my time as well. Because I feel that sometimes there are things that you can do to improve your time management. Because I feel that in business, like managing your time properly is also really important as well. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I really find having a mentor and having like coaching really helps you with.
If you could rewrite the year 2020, what would you do? If you were to turn back the time, what do you think you can do better?
I like to think that we can always do better in everything, but me personally, I feel that I have taken chances, but I feel that I can always take more, and I can be a bit bolder with my decisions. So like, I think just having the mindset that I have right now compared to 2020, like, I think I would have been more bolder in my decisions. I would have had more thick skin, and yeah, and there are so many like things that I could have known that I could have done better back then, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think other than that, I wouldn't say I regret a lot of the decisions that I made, because like a lot of it is learning as well. And I think that like even though that I think when you ask what could I have done better, like if I didn't go through like if I didn't make like a few mistakes back then, I wouldn't know what I could have done better. So I don't think that I regret some of the decisions that I made, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Well, um, my friends, they think I'm extroverted. They think I like to talk to people, and like I like to be out there, outspoken, and all that. I like to think my friends call me a very positive person most of the time. Like, I think you got to be positive, like, especially with all that's happening out there. Like, you just got to be positive, because like when it comes to negativity, like there's so many things out there that are already doing that for you, you know. So I think being positive is really important. And I think I'm loyal to people. Like I like that. I really care. I really care about my friends and my family and like the people that I like. I really care about them as well, and I want to do whatever I can to help them out. So if I think those are the three things that would really describe me the most.
Awesome. What do you want to be known for at the end of the day?
What do I want to be known for? So that's a really great question. Like, what do I want to be known? I want to be known as someone that has made a difference to others in any way, shape, or form. So it could be websites, it could be like through other stuff as well, possibly.
Well
Yeah.
said. Well said. Well said. Do you have a message to all those would-be entrepreneur out there, who wanted to start their own business? So, what is your message to all them that you would like to share?
What is a message that I would like to share to all of them? So
Yeah,
I like to
because
think that, okay, well, like, I like to think that firstly, you got to surround yourself with some great people. Like, you got to build a great network of like people that will cheer you on, people that are positive. It's good to have people within your field as well. So, for example, I do websites. It's good to have some people who are also in that field so I can pick their brains as well and learn from them. We can collaborate with each other as well. And I think so, just positive people, people that will cheer you on. But I think it's also good to have some people that might challenge you as well, meaning that they're not trying to criticize or be negative to you, but it's good to have someone that might challenge your decisions. Just be like, do you think that's the right thing to do, and all that. So like, because like I feel that like it's good to have positive people, but you know, having yes men in your corner all the time might not be such a good thing, because even though you could be doing something wrong and they won't tell you, so it's good to have someone that will just won't be afraid just to be like, hey, I think you should really consider this. So yeah, there's like a difference between someone that's just being negative and just criticizing and just trying to tear you down, and someone that really like challenges you in the way that you think, or just being honest to you, thinking that this might not work out. Maybe you should really reconsider. So yeah, having all these type of people, and I think just keep going. Like just like I think like I mean like if you just want to work a job, that's great. But I think just like if you want to start a business, like go for it. You know what I mean? Because I like to think that a job will always be there. It will just be a matter of how long it will take for you to find a job. But if an opportunity like this comes again, just embrace it and start something new.
awesome. All
Yeah.
right, everyone. This concludes my live for today. Once again, thank you, Anthony, for your time and your insightful
Thank you.
sharing session today. Before
Yeah.
I end, actually, I was just wondering whether do you have any more things to add before I end this live today?
Do you have any more questions you'd like to ask me? Not just web, anything else.
I think yeah, that's about. I'm sure. I'm sure all of us are very inspired by your story. I'm sure that not only me, but for your audiences as well. I would like to actually thank everyone for watching my video, my live today, as well as those who will be watching the video replay later on. So if you do like this live, please remember to share and let your friends know. Please follow me on my Facebook, Xing Chu, and also on the address link provided at the bottom of the screen to follow my story, and also you will know when I will go live next. So Anthony, I do, of course don't forget to follow Anthony as well. On his Facebook if you have any more question that you'd like to ask him. After that, I'm sure that he will be free, to actually answer any of your questions later on. Right, Anthony?
Yeah, thanks, Xing.
Yeah. So, do you have any more things to add? I mean, none from my side. But if you have any question, you feel free to ask. And if not, I will see all of you all in the next edition. So until then, have a great weekend ahead. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
you. Okay, bye. See you. Bye.